Hey guys, what's going on? Jeremy Lafrentz with Backstage Entertainment. A familiar face, although it's been 3 years now. It was across the street. We're at some little restaurant over there.
Yeah, I don't think it's... I think it's now an actual restaurant.
Yeah,
I think before
like,
it wasn't really a...
Yeah. It was. I remember it was just some... We were actually in a back room where there was like a piano back there. Yeah, so anyway, 3 years. What kind of trouble have you been getting into lately?
No, I mean, not really. Not too much trouble, honestly.
Say, you're kind of a band that can have some fun and get in trouble sometimes. Yeah, you've been all good now lately.
Yeah, I haven't. It's been... It's fine. Everything's good. Everything's okay now.
Yeah. You guys staying out of trouble.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess now the new album is out now. Renaissance, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. I had to do my research a little bit, like see how they said it and everything. I saw an interview with Dan and he was saying it, and they even brought that up too. It's like, how do you say it?
Say it. I mean, it's one of those. It's a legit question.
Yeah. Do you ever regret doing an album name that people may have trouble saying or anything like that?
I mean, not really. I don't. It's more the meaning that I like about it. Not you can pronounce it whatever way. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I think it's it doesn't bother me too much. If people mispronounce it, it's not like I get upset.
Well, yeah. I mean, your album's out. Your fans are at the shows. I mean, that's really what it's all about, anyway. So.
Yeah, I don't care if people mispronounce it.
Well, now on this new album, I guess, what have you seen? Because you guys get reviews and all that, and I mean, people review the album and they post online and everything. What have you seen? Probably the best compliment, or I guess most humbling thing that you've seen online.
I mean, the music, the people that said the music helped them or has influenced them. I mean, that's sort of the thing that you that it's just awkward because you don't know really how to respond to it because you're not intentionally, trying to do that, but it's something that doesn't have a real value. It's above and beyond anything you're ever really trying to do, and it's hard to almost relate to people because I can relate to music that did that for me, which is the best way to do it. But it's hard to almost other than just say thank you, really, which that's all you really need to do.
Yeah.
So, but it's very humbling to think that the music you make influences or affects someone else.
Well, yeah, and from time to time, and you may see this probably about every show too, is it probably feels good when you get people that say your music has saved my life or anything like that. Do you get that quite a bit?
Yeah, a lot. I don't know if a lot of bands get it. I'm not sure if some bands get it more than others, but it's definitely something that we get a lot. It's definitely something that's said multiple times.
Yeah. And it's crazy how music can do that, but it's what it does. So it's crazy. But now, talking about the positive comments, I mean, you get haters out there and stuff like that. Negative comment, have you seen anything like that on the album?
Oh yeah, a lot of negative stuff, but it's very. It's the internet, and it's really easy to be negative on the internet because there's no consequences, and I think that if you pulled a lot of these people face to face conversation with them, it takes a lot of guts to be negative about something in person. I mean, some people, I don't want to say guts because it's being negative doesn't really take guts, but it does to do it in person. It does to intentionally try to make somebody feel bad in person does garner a little bit more respect because at least you're well, at least you have the ability to put yourself out there like that, regardless of what it is. But I don't know. I don't really care what anybody thinks.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever had anybody come up right to your face and say negative stuff to you about the band?
No, I mean, not really. No.
It is different in person than the internet,
Yeah, no, not really. People don't really say negative things in person. Yeah. It's not something people really are accustomed to doing because people don't. I don't know. I just think it's not something that people are really comfortable doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People don't like confrontation. It's on the internet.
Yes, exactly.
Last time you were in town, I mean, like I said, 3 years ago, you guys had some new members, and now you got a couple of new guys too. About every band goes through member changes. It's very rare not to see that.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest challenge to overcome when you guys do bring on new people?
I don't know. I don't really find
it like learning the material.
Yeah, I mean that's the most comprehensive thing. It's just making sure they know all the songs. Now that we have like 6 records and all sorts of stuff, so picking the songs for them to learn, and that's probably the hardest part. Everything else is really it's not complicated. It's
speaking.
This is the process that's how, if you're going to be a band for a long time, it's very hard to keep everybody in the band.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, just because of life changes and everything like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Speaking of the 6 records that you guys have now, how about this? If a fan were to come up to you and name any song off of any record, do you think you could remember any song?
Yeah, absolutely. I could remember every single song.
Really?
I could probably name every single song we've ever written.
Really?
Yeah.
How many in total do you have? Do you know?
I think it's something like 70.
Okay.
70-ish, almost 80.
Okay.
I think like actual songs that are on a record or a recording or have been recorded, including, I gotta count covers in too, just because they're songs we recorded. So probably about 80.
Okay.
But roughly.
Yeah. Usually we get like bands say, "Well, I can remember 75% of the songs," but
I mean, I'd have to go back and learn some of them to play them, but I don't.
Right.
But I know them all.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, if you know your songs. Let's do this. Last time we didn't even have this.
Okay.
We've been doing this for a couple of years now. So it was after we interviewed you the first time. But this is called the BSC Box. We've had fans like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook. You guys can do the same. You get questions into our box here.
Cool.
Now we've added this thing too, so I'm going to walk you through this because it's a little process, a little bit, but we'll take it. So the first thing is draw a question.
All right.
And then read it.
What's something you've always wanted to do?
Okay. Now I want to see if you can do this, but pick a number 1 through 55.
23.
While you're answering that question, you have to act like you're on the Jerry Springer show. That one's a tough one. You need like other band members in here. We've had it, but
another one.
Okay, so pick another number.
2.
2. Okay, you're an angry driver. You never get angry, right?
I try not to.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been angry. No, I did get angry. I have been recently working on not getting angry. Whatever. I'll just answer the question.
How about you do that? Maybe you're composed as a driver right now.
I'm a composed, but I don't really drive angry ever. I've always wanted to go to South America.
Okay.
Yeah. I was wanted the band to play there because we haven't played there ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of requests like
that?
I
I think so. Yeah, we do. It's hard just because the promoters down there, it's a different sort of social structure. There's not as much sort of demand for this kind of music there, but also then there's not as much. The people doing the shows aren't as well organized for this genre. For smaller genres of music, they're not like here where you have a club like this that's run really well and there's a promote. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing, at least from what I know. And it can be kind of sketchy to go down with the wrong people. So it's kind of risky, but that's what kind of makes it cool. So.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
One thing like we talk about in interviews quite a bit too is bands get so many requests of, hey, when are you coming to this place? When are you coming to this place?
Well, the thing is, you really can't go anywhere more than every couple of years because I don't know how many people are going to be at the show. I mean, I think it'll probably do about 300 people. Last time we were here, it sold out, but we were at Bayside. But if we came any more often, we've been to Lincoln a couple times in between then, twice. So it's like it's really hard to come back more than once every couple of years because you're sort of burning. Yeah. I don't want to see a band more than that. I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? So you really kind of have to, you want people to want you to come back. Like, you want people to be like, come back. Like, it's been so long.
Finally here, I need to go.
You know? It's better to keep people wanting it rather than being like disinterested that you've been there 3 times in a year.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, you want to try another one?
Yeah. Do you ever listen to your own music for fun? No. It's fun to make and it's fun to.
You play it all the time, so.
Yeah, it's no. You don't ever really listen to your own music. I don't really listen. I don't listen to the records after they're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just make it.
Maybe to reference something, how a song goes, but I don't listen to it. Once it's done, it's done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just put it out there for the fans to love, then.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you tell us when to stop. I mean,
let's see.
Are you done with the numbers too?
That's well, I like the
normal answer.
What is one thing you have to have at every show? We have to have beer.
Okay. Do you guys have like a pre-show ritual that you always do too?
No, not really.
We drink beer.
Yeah, we sort of hang out, listen to music, drink a little bit. Not too. I mean, we don't get drunk, but
yeah,
just have a couple beers and get ready to play. Really.
Right.
I'll do a couple more.
Okay. When you stop, you tell us.
Other than music, what's something you're really into? I like a lot of things. I like jiu-jitsu. We're saying jiu-jitsu. I like the UFC. I like football. I like hockey.
Say, speaking of football, last interview you had a Packers shirt.
Yeah.
Still holding true to that.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. You can't leave. Can't give up on your team.
That's right.
Was there a couple of things I like? I'll do 3 more. How about
3 more? Okay.
3 more. When was the first time you were asked to sign an autograph?
Yeah, do you remember that? Because I mean, the band gets to a certain point.
No, I don't really. Honestly, I don't. I don't remember that first time.
Do you just remember it being humbling? Like, wow, you're asking for my
autograph?
My
mom was semi-famous, so
okay.
It was kind of normal. It never really made me feel weird or special or anything. I was just normal. It's like, okay, like this.
Okay.
These people know who you are and they want an autograph. So I don't know. I never really. It doesn't make me feel one way or another. Really, it's sort of just a thing. Yeah. It's just, you know what I mean. It's just one of those. Yeah.
Okay, down 2 more.
I want to get one that's curled. Right.
Yeah, we have the straighter ones are newer questions in there.
What is on your iPod that people wouldn't think would be on there? I don't know. I think everything on here is probably something that. What are my most played? Right, New Balance Composure, Deaf Heaven, Defeater, Deftones, Gajira, Harm's Way, Kalesa, Man Overboard, Nails, Terror, Thrice, Title Fight, Turnstile, Twitching Tongues. That's on my immediate playlist. So
okay.
I don't know if anybody would find that interesting or not, but
people like to know your playlist there, what you're listening to.
All right, there's 2 more. What message could you give your young fans? Depends how young they are. I don't know. Well, what's the age range? What's young? What's defined as young?
Let's say this. There's a 10-year-old boy that really wants to get into music.
Yeah.
What would you tell him? Because I know, like, from like now to get into the music industry, it seems like it's a lot harder for some of the new.
No, it's a lot easier, honestly.
You think it's easier?
The internet, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you've been putting your stuff out there, but I guess getting signed and stuff. Do you think it's easier or harder today?
I think it's easier. I think it's way easier. They're just being good, just having fun with it. Honestly, it's the best thing. Just have fun with it, and if you're good at it and it's meant to happen, it'll happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
You have the talent, it'll come through, huh?
Yeah, or not even if you're really, really passionate about it.
Okay.
But not always. I mean, a lot of people that aren't passionate about doing it are successful, but And just keep practicing, really. And that's one of the biggest things, is always working on developing the ability to play and write and all that stuff. Because once you get, older and you're doing it for so long, you don't really have to I mean, you have to practice to keep up, but like, it's more about just maintaining rather than it is about like learning. At least for me.
I say, being a singer, do you really have to do stuff with your voice every day to really keep your tone?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's. Yeah, I do, but it's nothing. It's not like a guitar where I can learn something tangible every day. It's more of a. It takes a long time to learn about your voice because it's not something you can. It's not. You can't really like. There's a lot of trial and error and paying attention to what works best for you, really. I mean, that's sort of the... Right. You can either sing or you can't, really, but that's the other thing, too. You can either, like, understand melody and notes, or you can't. It's just one of... You can't teach somebody who doesn't... You can make them better, but if they don't have that initial ability to hear a note and sing, and, like, copy it, it's really hard to get some, do that. So.
Right.
Hold on, this is the last one.
Okay. Pick a good one. I haven't found the right one yet, no.
Alright, so I already picked that one. Come on.
Pick until you get a good one.
God, come on. No, that's another.
You must not have gotten to any real crazy ones yet. There's some in there.
I don't like the questions about like what other band that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't like questions about what other if you could play with one other band, who would it be?
Yeah.
I don't. We don't. Nobody in bands like really like.
Side note, like on interviews and stuff too. Are you kind of getting sick of the? And I was just watching our last interview, and I know I did it too. But like I asked where the band name came from and all that. Is there like interview questions like that?
No. Those don't bother me. The ones that bother me are like, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened?
Yeah.
And it's like, how has fame affected your friends and family?
That's a pretty good one.
I don't think it's affected them. I mean, I'm really not famous other than the small, music scene.
Yeah.
It's not like. It's not a big deal. So, I don't really think it's affected them or. I mean, maybe you'd have to ask them though. I'm not really sure how it affects them. So I know how it affects me, which it doesn't really.
Right.
So, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, lastly, what message do you want to end on, or what do you want the fans to know? Just anything you want to end it on.
Just appreciate the support and thank you for still caring.
There it is. Guys, once again, Buddy in our second interview. Census Fail, definitely check them out if you haven't yet. And definitely go check out Census Fail. Facebook page, website, all that. You just Google Census Fail. And
just Google Census Fail.
That's all you have to do anymore. All the billions of social media stuff that's out there now. All right, guys, once again, Buddy, Census Fail. Check him out. Hey everyone, become a fan of Backstage Entertainment on Facebook and enter in contests to win autographed prizes from the bands and entertainers we interview. By joining our page, you can also contact us to submit your own questions into the BSE box. And make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube to see all of our interviews and backstage footage from the shows. From Backstage Entertainment, I'm Jeremy Lafrentz.